So I get this question a lot, right? And I used to take offense to it. I'm going to be honest, but I don't anymore because it's a legitimate question and people want a legitimate answer. So I'm here to give it to you. And the question is very simple. Why should I pay an accountant when I could just do my own taxes for free on any of the other apps that are out there? I'm sure there's a million of them right now. And it's a legit question. And the first thing I would say in response, and I hate to answer a question with a question, but I would say, do you know how to prepare a tax return? And I can tell you from the questions that I get from people every year, you don't. And that's not meant to be offensive. It's just, you're not supposed to. You're not an accountant. Okay? Now, there are exceptions. There are people who legitimately are aware of what they need to do to file their tax return. Fine. The thing with these apps, right? The free ones, nothing's free. Nothing's ever free, okay? And they may say, you know, I know that there's some that, like, they'll file the federal return, but then they'll not really tell you that they're not filing the state return. So then months later, you get a letter from New York or whatever state you're living in and say, hey, you never filed a tax return. You say, yes, I did. I did it on. And they say, you filed a federal tax return. You didn't file a state one. And you're like, I didn't even know there was a difference. That's why you don't do it on your own. Okay. Number two. When you're doing a tax return on your own, no one is looking at it. No one is telling you that doesn't look right. That's dead wrong. Or you're leaving money on the table. Okay? However you file it, it's how you file it. And if you get audited, this is going to say, good luck with that. And then they're going to pull a Thanos and they're going to say, I don't even know who you are. Okay? I know all my clients. I talk to them all the time. I call them just to say hi sometimes. How's the kids? How's life? By the way, get me your tax forms. All right? Due date's coming up. They pushed it back, March 17th, but, you know, chop chop. Anyway, you come to me. Your tax returns are prepared by somebody who knows what they are doing. They are reviewed by a CPA, okay? They are done absolutely correct. We will tell you if you are giving us information that we think doesn't sound right and will most likely get you audited. We are 24/7 within reason. I mean, don't call me in the middle of the night, but we're 24/7. You can call, you can text me in the middle of the night. I won't answer it if I'm asleep, but I'll text you the next day. I'll call you. All year. Okay. You have a question in the middle of September about something tax related when it's way past tax. I don't care. I'll answer the phone. I'll talk to you. I talk to people on the phone all day. Doesn't matter. Okay. That's why you pay a professional. That's why you pay people that know what they are doing, because you do not. And let's call it what it is, right? You don't have to do the work, right? You don't have to sit on and say, I have no idea what this means. I don't know what this is. Let me call my accountant who I didn't pay and ask him what this means. And I'll be honest with you, I am not familiar at all with software. I don't use it. So I probably can't help you anyway. Then you're calling and they're going to say, well, we can set you up with someone who can help, but it's going to cost X, Y, and Z. By the way, you got to pay X, Y, and Z to do your state return. Oh, and by the way, you're probably going to get audited, but whatever, we filed it. So when it's all said and done, you're going to end up paying way more money than you would have paid an accountant to begin with. And it would have been done right. And you wouldn't have had a headache. But listen, you do whatever feels right for you. Me personally, I would just pay an accountant and just have it done right. Or you can do it on your own. And hope you don't screw it up. And again, I don't want to come off as condescending or disrespectful or offensive at all. If my car breaks down, I take it to a mechanic. Can I fix it on my own? Probably. Do I know how? Absolutely not. That's why I pay a mechanic to do it. Same thing with taxes. If you don't know how to do it, just give it to someone who does. Please, for your own sake. And for my own sake. You know? Again, I don't know anything about
Schmerbo schmack.
I don't know anything about these apps, and no, I have no idea. Because and even if you need help doing, I can't help. I don't know. I have no idea. No idea. So, I hope that this answered your question. And I'm being brutally honest. If you don't know how to file a tax return or you're confused, don't use software that makes you do it on your own. Because again, you might file it and you might say, well, I filed it last year and I got my refund, and so that we're all good. And then 2 years later, they're facing an audit with the IRS. Like, well, what happened here? I got my refund. I thought it was fine. No, they can go back and audit you. Absolutely they can. And they probably will if you did something that raised a red flag and you didn't even know about it. If you come to me and we start talking and I'm preparing a tax return and I look at it and I say, let's talk about that. Let's revisit that one, because they're gonna look at that. You better have backup for that one. Up to you.